Hey guys, welcome to another brief tutorial where I talk a bit about my projects. This one is a Barbie drawing that I've recently been working on. It's part of a mini portrait series I started called Manufactured, which will be 3, maybe 4 very small drawings. I still can't decide if I want to do 3 or 4 drawings. I haven't picked out every single picture that I want to draw out yet. For these, I'm trying to get as much of a realistic appearance as I can. This is progress number 4. As you can see, I'm filling in the eyes at this point. This is a very tiny area of the face, but there's probably 5 different colors. The eyes are a light golden brown, so for that I used brown ochre. Since the eye that's furthest back has more light shining on it, I used a Payne's gray 60% more heavily on that side. Then I went over that with black. I used that same process for the eyebrows. The features have to be colored in completely so that they appear to be painted on, and therein lies the challenge. The eye that's in the foreground, I used less gray, then black over top of that for the pupil and the eyeliner and the eyelashes. For the corner of the face around the eye, to add pink with the lighter portion of the face, I used a color called Dark Flesh 40%. I can confidently say I've never seen a single soul with this color of skin. It's more of a very muted pink, like a cool tone pink. For more highlights such as the nose, I used brown ochre 10%. It's a cream beige color, only with a slightly more yellow tint. I am using Strathmore 500 series vellum bristol, which means that tiny details are a bit more challenging. For the hair, I'm swapping between Dark Flesh and Castle's Earth and Sepia. The background hair, I used those colors in lighter layers, and I colored the immediate area surrounding the hair using the Payne's gray 60%, but very lightly. This helps to feather out the area. With realism, you have to really pay attention to what are in the foreground, middle ground, and background. You can be really successful in tricking the eye if you focus on the placement of everything. For the rest of the background, I use Payne's gray 30%. It's a cool toned pale gray that I chose. It doesn't take away from the main subject, and I didn't want to do a plain white background, so that is why I settled on that shade of gray. The darker part of the hair where the shadow is around the neck, I use black and Dark Flesh and use the same process to feather it out and make it blurry. Sometimes I like to use the really dark blue to set some hair back in space. If the hair is more orange toned, sometimes I'll use a little bit of blue to add some dimension to it. In the lighter brown parts of the hair, before I add more dark brown, I color the outside of some of the strands with brown ochre. It's a golden yellow. For some of the other parts of the hair, I'm using burnt sienna. That is a darker tan color. It gives a little bit more dimension to the hair. I am going to be doing some voiceovers for some of the Henry Cavill drawing videos I posted a while back. I'm a big fan of recycling, especially when I'm working mostly on editing other videos for my second channel. Right now I'm just trying to kind of get those out of the way. I have 3 videos to edit, and so I figured why not go a little bit more in depth on some of the drawings that I've worked on in the last year or so. The Henry Cavill drawing took me over 90 hours, so I have thought a lot about that process. I have different techniques for that. There was a lot more hair involved, and there were different textures, plus that had a completely different light source than what I'm working with now. That's more of a natural light source, and there's a lot more heavy shadows on the face, whereas this Barbie piece has an artificial light source, and the light is just coming from one side. You can check out my store on my website, jasminebakerart.com. You can check out my store on my website, jasminebakerart.com. I have high quality prints, stickers, handmade keychains, and magnets. I do have another YouTube channel. My second channel is Jasmine Baker 2, where I do TV commentary and story times, and those are usually not voiceovers unless I'm really lazy, which I have not been. Those you can see my face and see that I am a real human. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. If you like watching tutorials on drawing, or if you have questions on color mixing, I have a pretty vast knowledge of color mixing and complementary colors and the way that highlights and shadows work. So I will probably make another playlist with some more updated tutorials, like the newer ones. I have made quite a few in the last couple of years, so I'll just curate all of those into a playlist for you. Don't forget to subscribe. I try to make new videos every week, with the exception of last week because I was really busy and the time just got away from me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.